Hello, everybody, and welcome to this evening's quiz. So we'll be starting the quiz itself about 8:05, as always. We're just going live a bit earlier to give everyone who wants to join some time to join. So in the meantime, use this time to get yourself nice and settled. Grab yourself a drink if you want one. Go to the loo, etc. Get on if you're going to be part of a team. Get those team calls going, and use this time to have a look at the picture round. So the link to the picture round is over on the Facebook page. It's also in the video description. The theme this week, they're all flags. You simply have to tell me what country they're the flag of. Simple in concept. Some might be a bit tricky. Who knows? Depends how good your knowledge of flags is. There we go. So yeah, we'll be starting the quiz properly 8:05. So you've got about 7 or 8 minutes until then. So yeah, feel free to say hello if you would like to. It's always nice to know who is watching. No obligation, of course, but it's nice to know who's here sometimes. Oh, hi, Carly. Oh, you've managed to solve the problem. Very glad to hear it. Thank you. Yeah, I washed it today, so it's I've had a good hair wash. Yeah, it's not always looking this good, but a thank you for the compliment. Yeah, tried out. I bought a new hairbrush that's supposed to make really nice sort of ringlety curls, so I tried that out. It seems to have gone quite well. Yeah, we'll just see. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Did anyone get up to anything particularly exciting over the weekend? Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Mum will be doing this for some connection problem. Oh, no worries. I actually didn't think she was going to make this week, so it's nice that she will make it. If she does make it on, it's a bonus. Obviously, she's on holiday, so I was thinking she'd be yeah, relaxing, not worrying about the quiz. But there we go. Yeah, did anyone get up to anything particularly exciting? I know the weather was rather lovely all weekend, which was nice. It's nice to be going back into sort of the spring type weather. So Saturday I went rowing on the river in Oxford. Only for, well, we had the boat for an hour and we swapped halfway, so it was about half an hour of rowing. But I still ache in places that I didn't even know that existed, like down the backs of my arms and on my calves. I was not expecting those to be the places that ache. But it was good fun, which is the main thing. Did anybody else do anything exciting? Get out into the sun? Has anyone else taken advantage of the fact that things are now open and gone out for a meal and stuff? Hi, Ryan. I hope you are well. The problem is, I've washed my hair and I've dried my hair, and it's just wanting to fall forward, which is not what we want. I've not got a bubble. Let me put a hair bubble in so that you can all see my face. I want my hair falling down over my face. It's not what we want. There we go. Not used to having my hair pulled back now. Hi Rachel, hi B. I hope you are doing brilliantly. It's nice to hear from you. Oh, that sounds lovely, Coralie. Oh, that also sounds amazing, Ryan. Everyone doing all these really fun things. It's nice to be able to do that now, now that everyone's opening up again. I'm looking forward to things just getting back to normal, however long that may be. Hopefully not too long by now, with everyone getting their vaccines and everything. Been rather lost around Frome. Oh no! Well, at least you made it back in one piece, as evidenced by the fact that you are here. I'm very glad about that. Seem to be a bit thin on the ground this week. Number of people hasn't gone up since I started the stream, which is unusual. We started off with 6 and we're still on 6. Maybe it's just people being a bit late, but not the end of the world. That's why we have this 10 minutes at the start. So we do normally see an influx of people around 2 or 3 minutes before the quiz actually starts. So hopefully we'll have a few more people. Otherwise, it'll be a nice small group this week. I do know of a couple of people who can't make it, so there we go. Always going to have some weeks busier than others. Just a couple more minutes to go. So hello to anyone. I always say hello to anyone who's just joined, but people haven't just joined. We've gone up by one person since I started, but oh well. But yeah, if anyone didn't hear at the beginning, hello, welcome to this evening's quiz. We'll be starting in just a couple of minutes, so use this time to have a look at the picture round if you haven't already. The theme this week, they're all flags, so you simply have to tell me what country the flag is from. The link to that is in the video description, and it's also over on the Facebook page, so go have a look at that. And feel free to say hello if you haven't already and you would like to. No obligation, but it's always nice to know who is here. I feel like I say the same thing every single week, but there we go. Just this bit at the beginning is always full of repetition. But there we go. All up on the questions. Doesn't do. My question page was on the last round. It's not ideal. I wanted to from the first round. So I'm glad I noticed that then. Oh, hi Paul. I hope you guys are all well. Just in the nick of time. We're about to start. So perfect timing. And by my clock, it has ticked over to 8:05, which means it's time to begin. So hello and welcome everyone to another quiz. I hope you've all had a lovely couple of weeks, especially with the sunshine we've been having and things opening up a bit more. But yes, thank you for coming to this week's quiz. So format will be the same as always. So we've got 5 rounds plus a picture round. Split out, we'll do 3 rounds, have a break, mark those 3 rounds, then do the final 2 rounds, have a short break, mark those and mark the picture round then. So round themes this week, we're starting off as always with general knowledge. We've then got a round all about the Oscars, considering it was the Oscars over the weekend. We've then got a round of anagrams. Round 4 will be science and nature, and round 5 is a general knowledge connection round. So bit of a mixed bag there. Hopefully something for everyone, even if one round's not your forte, hopefully another round you will enjoy a bit more. That's the plan. Try and get some diversity in there. So before we begin, the ground rules, these are the same every week, but again, just in case anybody is new, rule number one is pretty standard for any sort of quiz, is please don't go looking your answers up. Obviously the point of the quiz is to test what you know, not to test what you can Google, ask Alexa, etc., Bing, etc. To know what you know, so don't go looking your answers up. Round two. Alexa, stop. I said the word Alexa and she started up. Yeah, where was I? Rule two is a similar vein to the first one. So obviously with the first rule, it's all about if you look it up, you're spoiling it for yourself. Second rule is about spoiling it for everyone else, is please don't put your answers in the comments. Write them down on a bit of paper on a Word doc, something like that. But obviously if you put your answers in the comments, it means everyone can see them. And we don't want everyone to see them because then it ruins it for them. Yeah, it's not. We don't want anyone to know the answers until the end anyway. Well, be told the answers until the end. This has been such a muddly mess already. I'm sorry, I've been rambling. Rule number three is please be kind, be nice. I am only human. I have feelings. And I am human. I do sometimes get things wrong. If I do, tell me politely, please. Or if you've got an answer different to mine and you want clarification, for example, be polite in the comments and I will respond to it. Anger, I won't. If you're quite simply, I'll just ignore you if you're being a bit angry and shouty. And rule number four is just to have fun and enjoy yourself. It's not these quizzes are just a bit of fun. They're not meant to be a competition. There's no prizes or anything. So yeah, just have fun and enjoy yourself. So without further ado, if you are ready to go with round one, pop a comment in and we will get started. Evening, Ian and Declan, by the way. I'm just seeing your comments going. Yes, if you're ready to go, then just let me know. Perfect. Let's get going then. There's a couple of people have said they're ready, so get going. So question number one, starting off with your general knowledge round, as always. Question one. Lonely, released in 2005, was the name of the first #1 hit for which rapper? So number one again, Lonely, which was released in 2005, was the name of the first #1 hit for which rapper? Number two, which country in South America lends its name to a type of nut? Number two, which country in South America lends its name to a type of nut? Number three, what is somnambulism better known as? I will spell that in a sec. So number three, what is somnambulism better known as? And somnambulism is spelled SOMNAMBULISM. Somnambulism. Number 4, what does the second C in CCTV stand for? So number 4, what does the second C in CCTV stand for? Number 5, which Latin phrase did Queen Elizabeth use to describe the year 1992? Number 5, which Latin phrase did Queen Elizabeth use to describe the year 1992? I think it was in her Christmas speech that year. Number 6, what is the bingo call for the number 22? Number 6, what is the bingo call for the number 22? Number 7, who said the quote, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee? So number 7, who said the quote, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee? Number 8, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of which famous place? So number 8 again, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of which famous place? Number 9, the name of which US state capital means sheltered bay in Hawaiian? So number 9, the name of which US state capital means sheltered bay in Hawaiian? And number 10, who was the first president of Zimbabwe? Number 10, who was the first president of Zimbabwe? Okay. With that, we are at the end of the first round. So I'll give you half a minute or so. If you need any questions repeating, do let me know. Okay, nobody's asked for any repeats, so I'll move on to round two now. So round two is all about the Oscars, in honour of the fact that it was the Oscars this weekend. So question number one. Three films are tied for the most number of Oscar nominations each. These are All About Eve in 1950, Titanic in 1997, and La La Land in 2016. How many nominations is it that they each received? The same number for each film. So question number one again. Three films are tied with the most Oscar nominations each. And these are All About Eve from 1950, Titanic from 1997, and La La Land in 2016. How many nominations did they each receive? I'll give you half a point if you're one out. Number two, which record did Anthony Hopkins break at this year's Oscars? So number two, which record did Anthony Hopkins break at this year's Oscars? Number three, in 2016, the wrong winner was announced for the Best Picture Oscar. For half a point each, name the film that was correctly announced and the film that had actually won. So number three, in 2016, the wrong winner was announced for the Best Picture Oscar. For half a point each, name the film that was correctly announced and the film that had actually won. Number four, which is the only franchise to have won the Best Picture Oscar twice? So number four, which is the only franchise to have won the Best Picture Oscar twice? Number five, who is the person that's been nominated for either of the Best Actress categories the most times? They've been nominated 21 times for either of these categories. So these categories being Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress. Sorry, it's a really convolutedly worded question, that one. But number five, I'll repeat it. Who has been nominated for either of the Best Actress categories, so Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress, the most number of times, having been nominated 21 times? Number six, who won the award for Best Actress at this year's Oscars? So number six again, who won the award for Best Actress at this year's Oscars? Number 7, how many times did Alfred Hitchcock win the award for Best Director? So number 7, how many times did Alfred Hitchcock win the award for Best Director? Number 8, only 3 films have won all of the big 5 Oscars. These films are It Happened One Night in 1934, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1975, and The Silence of the Lambs in 1991. I'm going to give you a list of those big 5, but one of them is going to be missing. Just tell me which one is the missing one. So these categories are the Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Picture, Best Screenplay, and what else? So again, sorry, there's loads of convolutedly worded questions in this round. I wanted to give you the background information. So number 8 again, only 3 films have won all of the big 5 Oscars. These films are It Happened One Night in 1934, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest from 1975, and The Silence of the Lambs from 1991. I'm going to give you a list of the big 5 categories with one of them missing. Just tell me which one's missing. And so the categories are Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Picture, and Best Screenplay. Which one's missing? Number 9, the record of 11 Oscar wins is shared by 3 films. Name one of them. So number 9 again, the record of 11 Oscar wins is shared by 3 films. Name one of them. And number 10, how many women have won the award for Best Director? So number 10, how many women have won the award for Best Director? Okay, with that, we're at the end of round 2. So as usual, if you need any questions repeating, then just let me know. Otherwise, again, I'll give you about half a minute, 40 seconds or so, and then we'll start on round 3. Of course, 1 and 9 again, of course. So number 1 is 3 films are tied for having the most Oscar nominations each. These are All About Eve from 1950, Titanic from 1997, and La La Land from 2016. How many nominations did they each receive? The same number for all films, just all 3 of the films, just to clarify. If you get it spot on, you get 1 point. If you're 1 either side, you get half a point. Number two was which record did Anthony Hopkins break at this year's Oscars? And number nine is the record of 11 Oscar wins is shared by three films. Name one of them. Okay. With that, I'm going to move on to round three now. Any further repeats I'll do in the break, if there are any. So round three is an anagrams round. We've not done one of these for a little while. So these are all anagrams of prime ministers. So you just simply have to unscramble them. So question one, which prime minister is an anagram of churlish knit clown? So which prime minister is an anagram of churlish knit clown? Putting them in the comments as well, for anyone who can access those. Just sometimes it's easier to see it written down in case you mishear it. Number two, which prime minister's name is an anagram of wrongdo born? So, which prime minister's name is an anagram of wrongdo born? Number three, which prime minister's name is an anagram of brainy lot? So, which prime minister's name is an anagram of brainy lot? Number four, which prime minister's name is an anagram of recharge that tram? Favourite one a lot. So, which prime minister's name is an anagram of recharge that tram? Number five, which prime minister's name is an anagram of hollow drains? So, which prime minister's name is an anagram of hollow drains? Number six, which prime minister's name is an anagram of J. Born Soonish? So, which prime minister's name is an anagram of J. Born Soonish? And that is J just as in the letter J. Number 7, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of cattle element? So, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of cattle element? Number 8, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of random advice? Number 8 again, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of random advice? Number 9, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of Ashi Tima? So, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of Ashi Tima? And finally, number 10, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of hard hat weed? So, which Prime Minister's name is an anagram of hard hat weed? Okay, so with that, we are in the end of round 3, which means we're at the end of the first half of the quiz already. Feels like it's gone very quickly. So we will have a short break, about 3.5 minutes or so, 3.5 to 4 minutes. If you need any repeats of questions from the first 3 rounds, then do let me know. See, all the questions for round 3 are in the comments, but I'm happy to repeat them out loud as well if you want. Yeah, otherwise we'll come back in a little bit longer. Also, round 2, question 6, of course. So round 2, question 6 was who won the award for Best Actress at this year's Oscars? Okay, a lot of time. Given you quite a lot of time because I know anagrams people can find quite tough. But we will make a start on the answers now. Starting off with your general knowledge round. Of course, it was round one. So, with the answers. So, question one. Lonely, which was released in 2005, was the first #1 hit for Akon. Number two, the country in South America that lends its name to a nut is, of course, Brazil. You have Brazil nuts. Number three, somnambulism is better known as sleepwalking. So like insomnia, to do with sleep, and ambulism, to ambulate is to walk. So sleepwalking. Number four, the second C in CCTV is circuit. It's closed circuit television. Number five, the Latin phrase that Queen Elizabeth used to describe the year 1992 was an annus horribilis. So quite literally a horrible year, awful year. Number six, the bingo call for the number 22 is two little ducks. Number seven, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee was said by Muhammad Ali. Number eight, Michelangelo famously painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Number nine, the US state capital, whose name means sheltered bay in Hawaiian, is Honolulu. It was the state capital of Hawaii. And number 10, the first president of Zimbabwe was Robert Mugabe. He was prime minister up until 1987 and then changed the name, became president for another 30 years. Anyway, so round two, around all about the Oscars. Number one, the three films that are tied for the most number of Oscar nominations, so All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land, received 14 nominations each. So if you got 14 spot on, you get 1 point. If you got 13 or 15, you can have half a point. Number two was, which record did Anthony Hopkins break at this year's Oscars? He became the oldest person to win the award for Best Actor. Number three, the two films that were involved in the wrong names thing. So the film that was announced incorrectly was La La Land. So you get half a point for that. And the film that should have won, well, that did win, was Moonlight. So you get half a point for that. Number four, the only franchise that has won the Best Picture Oscar twice is The Godfather. So The Godfather was part one and part two, both won Best Picture. It's the only franchise where that's happened. Number five, the person who has been nominated for Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress, either of them, the most times, 21 times, is Meryl Streep. She's only won 3 times. She's been nominated 21 times. Number six, the person that won the award for Best Actress at this year's Oscars was Frances McDormand. Number seven, Alfred Hitchcock won the award for Best Director 0 times. He did not win it. It's a little bit of a trick question. Number eight, I realised I should have picked a different category to miss out from this list. So the one that is missing is Best Director, which is mentioned just before and just after in questions. It was the wrong one to miss out. It's quite easy one for you there. Number 9, the record of 11 Oscar wins is shared by Ben-Hur, Titanic, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. So if you just needed to name one of them, if you've put Lord of the Rings, you need to have The Return of the King in there because the other ones in the franchise did not win. And number 10 was how many women have won the award for Best Director? It's only 2. and one of them actually was this year. So that's why that number is quite famously in the news at the moment. And finally, moving on to the anagrams. So number 1, Churlish Knit Clown is an anagram of Winston Churchill. Number 2, Wrongdo Born is an anagram of Gordon Brown. Number 3, Brainy Lot is an anagram of Tony Blair. Number 4, Recharge That Tran is an anagram of Margaret Thatcher. Number 5, Hollow Drains is an anagram of Harold Wilson. Number 6, Jayborn Soonish is an anagram of Boris Johnson. Number 7, Cattle Element is an anagram of Clement Attlee. Number 8, Random Advice is an anagram of David Cameron. Number 9, Ashy Tima is an anagram of Theresa May. And number 10, Hard Hat Weed is an anagram of Edward Heath. That one's probably the most, if that one and Harold Wilson, I would say, were probably the most difficult too. Well, there we go. With that, we are at the end of the answers so far. So without further ado, we will make a start on round 4 and get straight on with the second half of the quiz. Starting off with your science and nature round. So science and nature round, question 1. Which endangered whale, which is also the sort of ambergris, has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? So number 1, which endangered whale, which is also the source of ambergris, has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? Number 2, blue lacy, chinook, Kita Inu, Tosa, Barberet, Saluki, and Utonagon are all examples of what? So number 2 again, blue lacy, chinook, Akita Inu, Tosa, Barbet, Saluki, and Utonagon are all examples of what? Rachel, this round is science and nature. Number 3, which animal may also be known as a sea cow? You've got a choice of 2. So number 3, which animal may also be known as a sea cow? And there's 2 possible answers that I'm aware of anyway. Number 4, brown, spiny, Norway, and black are all types of which kind of animal? So number 4, brown, spiny, Norway, and black are all types of which animal? Number 5, although it's not edible, which tasty sounding name has been given to uranium concentrate powder? So number 5, although it's not edible, which tasty sounding name has been given to uranium concentrate powder? Number 6, Asian tiger, Anopheles, Culex, and yellow fever are all examples of what? So number 6, Asian tiger, Anopheles, Culex, and yellow fever are all examples of what? And I'll spell Anopheles is Anopheles. Culex is Culex. Number 7, the name for which part or parts of the human body means little mouse when translated from Latin? So number 7, the name for which part or parts of the human body means little mouse when translated from Latin? Number 8, the name of which type of bird can be a definition for the Greek prefix tachy, spelled Tachy. So number 8, the name of which type of bird can be a definition for the Greek prefix tachy, spelled Tachy. Number 9, H5N1 is better known as what? So H5N1 is better known as what? And number 10, Hydra, Charon, Nyx, Styx, and Cerberus are the 5 known moons that orbit which planet or dwarf planet? So number 10, Hydra, Charon, Nix, Styx, and Kerberos are the 5 known moons that orbit which planet or dwarf planet? Okay, with that, we are at the end of this round. So as always, if you need any questions repeating, just let me know, and I'll give about half a minute and then we'll move on to the next round. Just in the nick of time, I was just about to move on, Chris. Of course, I will repeat 2 and 4 for you. So number 2 was Blue Lacy, Chinook, Akita Inu, Tosa, Barbet, Saluki, and Utonagon are all examples of what? And then number 4, brown, spiny, Norway, and black are all examples of which type of animal? 5 was, although it's not edible, which tasty sounding name is given to uranium concentrate powder? And 7 is the name for which part or parts of the human body means little mouse when translated from Latin? All right, let's move on to round 5 now. So round 5 is a connection round. So you'll have 9 general knowledge questions, and question 10 will be what is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers. So question number 1, what's the name of the pub in EastEnders? So number 1, what's the name of the pub in EastEnders? Number 2, what was the name given to the group of entertainers which included Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jerry Bishop, and Sammy Davis Jr., amongst others at various sort of times? So number 2, what's the name given to the group of entertainers which included Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jerry Bishop, and Sammy Davis Jr., amongst others at sort of varying periods of time? Number 3, who is to the right of you in the Steelers Wheel song Stuck in the Middle with You? So number 3, who is to the right of you in the Steelers Wheel song Stuck in the Middle with You? Number 4, which song, originally performed by Carol Channing in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, has been covered by both Marilyn Monroe and Nicole Kidman? So, number 4, which song, originally performed by Carol Channing in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, has been covered by both Marilyn Monroe and Nicole Kidman? Number 5, what does the Tin Man wish for in The Wizard of Oz? So, number 5, what does the Tin Man wish for in The Wizard of Oz? Number 6, what is the name given to the small bowl? Oh, start this question again. What is the name given to the small ball in the game of bowls? The objective of the game is to roll balls so that they stop close to this ball. So, number 6, what is the name given to the small ball in the game of bowls? The objective of the game is to roll balls so that they stop close to this ball. No, don't worry about interrupting. No, it's an online quiz, but we're right near the end of the last round now, so probably a little bit late to be joining, unfortunately. Number 7, name the 1995 crime thriller film which stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman hunting a serial killer who is played by Kevin Spacey. So, number 7, name the 1995 crime thriller film which stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman hunting a serial killer who is played by Kevin Spacey. Number 8, which American rock band is made up of brothers Caleb, Nathan, and Jared Followhill and their cousin Matthew Followhill? So, number 8 again, which American rock band is made up of the brothers Caleb, Nathan, and Jared Followhill and their cousin Matthew Followhill? Number 9, in tennis, what is defined as a serve that successfully lands in the service box and doesn't touch the receiving player's racket? So, number 9, in tennis, what is defined as a serve that successfully lands in the service box and doesn't touch the receiving player's racket? And finally, question 10, what is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? So number 10, what is the connection between all or part of the last 9 answers? Okay, with that, that's the last question of tonight's quiz. So we'll have a short break for about three or 4 minutes. If you need any questions repeating from either of the last 2 rounds, then let me know. And also, don't forget, this is your last chance to have a look at the picture round for this week. So, yeah, otherwise, yeah, we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes. About a minute more. Yes, indeed, Ryan. Hopefully they come back in a fortnight. We'll see. All right, it's been plenty of time. So we'll make a start on the answers now, starting off with the science and nature round. So number 1, the endangered whale who has the largest brain in the animal kingdom is the sperm whale. Number 2, blue lacy chinook, Akita inu, Tosa, barbet, saluki, and Utonagon are all types of dog breeds. Some just sort of lesser known ones. Number 3, the animal whose other name might be a sea cow. You can either have manatee or dugong. They're the ones that I know of. There might be others. If you put something else, I will look it up and see if it matches. Just let me know. Number 4, brown, spiny, Norway, and black are all types of rat. Number 5, uranium concentrate powder is given the name yellow cake. So sounds nice and tasty, is not nice and tasty at all. Number 6, Asian tiger, Anopheles, culex, and yellow fever are all types of mosquito. Number 7, the name for which part or parts of the human body means little mouse is muscles. Number 8, the type of bird whose name can be a definition for the Greek prefix tachy is swift. So tachy means fast or swift, so tachycardia is a fast heartbeat, for example. So yes, the answer to that is a swift. Number 9, H5N1 is bird flu, or avian influenza if you're being posh. And number 10, Hydra, Charon, Nix, Styx, and Kerberos are the 5 known moons of Pluto. Then moving on to the answer chain. So number 1, the name of the pub in EastEnders is the Queen Victoria or the Queen Vic. Number 2, the name given to the group of entertainers is the Rat Pack. Number 3, in the Steelers Wheel song Stuck in the Middle of You, we've got clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right. So jokers is your answer. Number 4, the song originally performed by Carol Channing in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Number 6, in The Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man wants a heart. Number 6, the small ball in the game of bowls is a jack. Number 7, the 1995 crime thriller film with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman is Seven. Number 8, the American rock band made up of Caleb, Nathan, and Jared Followhill and Matthew Followhill is the Kings of Leon. And number 9, the serve that successfully lands in a service box and doesn't touch the receiving player's racket in tennis is an ace. So the connection between all of these is they're all parts of a deck of cards. You've got obviously the Queen, the Pack, Jokers, Diamonds, Hearts, Jacks, Sevens, Kings, and Aces. And then finally, the answers to the picture round. So these are all the flags. So flag number 1 is the flag of Australia. Flag number 2 is the flag of Iceland. Number 3 is Ireland. 4 is Cambodia. 5 is India. 6 is Portugal. 7 is Greece. 8 is Sudan. 9 is Uruguay. And 10 is Belgium. So with that, that is the last answer, which means we are done with this evening's quiz. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. I know there was probably some rounds that were a bit more difficult. I think it was actually quite a difficult science and nature round this week, and the Oscars one might have been a bit difficult, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Offset it by a reasonably easy connection one, I think. But hey, it's always nice to have a challenge every now and again. So yes, I hope you all had a lovely time. As usual, if you have any suggestions for rounds you would like to see at any point, then do let me know. I do struggle to come up with round ideas sometimes, so yeah, it's always nice to have suggestions from you guys, and it means I'm doing the type of quiz that you guys will want to see as well. So yeah, at any rate, have a lovely fortnight, and I will see you back here in 2 weeks. Bye everyone. Good night, Mom. And good night everybody else. Yeah, stay happy and safe and well, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks. Um, bye.